Yo, what is up guys, Spidey Life here. So apparently Marvel had a little event in Tokyo, that's right, and a lot of Marvel stuff, Marvel Studio stuff, Marvel movie stuff, a lot of stuff was in Tokyo, right? So basically this guy who goes by Ruru Ren on Weibo, I know it's not Weeaboo, but it's, or maybe it is, I'm not really sure, but basically I'll leave a link to his account in the description below. Basically he posted all these pictures where we see some Midtown High kind of folders, where they store in their homework, possibly where Peter stores in homework, where he has files or something. Maybe he just has it because it's Midtown High, but he has vulture files, where he could find them, where he could locate them easier. We have some notebooks, his world history book, I believe. Then we get some cool his suit pictures, and then we get some pictures of what looks to be scenes from the actual movie. That's right, as you can tell, there's a picture right there with what looks to be his school in the background. Peter's just walking, maybe he's just going home, maybe, I really can't tell from this scene. I can't tell what his wardrobe looks like because like I said, if I knew what his wardrobe looked like, I could kind of figure out what he was doing or what he's going to actually. Then we have some pictures with Flash. We haven't seen much of Flash in the trailers, which is, I guess, good. Maybe that means he has a little bit of scenes and we're not going to spoil it all with trailers, But we have a picture there of Flash, what looks to be he threw his jacket to Peter. Then in this picture, we see Peter actually jumping from what looks to be his school. That's right, because in the earlier picture, in the first picture we saw that Peter was walking in front of his school, and now we can actually see that that's his school in the background. He jumped off from school, and that wardrobe, that scene takes place the same day, where he's in the trailer, where he's oh, is that Liz, he's with Ned in the lunch area. That scene takes place in this scene as well, as you can tell from the wardrobe and everything. Then in this picture, we see Peter actually reading a menu upside down, what looks to be a menu, or it's maybe just a physics book. I can't really tell, the quality is really shit, but as you can tell, I'm pretty sure he's just goofing around. Maybe he saw a villain around school, and then he's being Spidey, crawls down upside down reading a book, and he's probably gonna be something witty yo, I'm almost studying or something, something stupid. Then we see some action scenes, what looks to be the plane scene from the trailer, because you can tell he's wearing his vigilante suit. You can see some sparks, which look like sparks from, like I said, the trailer from the second trailer. We have another shot of Peter walking in front of school. Then we have, so I'm gonna save the best for last actually, because that one's the one interesting to me. But we have a picture with him and Robert Downey or Iron Man in this scene, Tony Stark, and it says 8 hours later. It actually says 48 hours. Well, the picture I'm looking at says 8 hours later. I don't know if I'll find a good picture to put in the video, but I'm sure it says 48 hours later because the scene in the car takes 40 hours right after Civil War. I'm pretty sure Tony takes Peter home, and then he tells him okay, this and that. So this is still in between Civil War, if that makes sense. Not 48 hours after the events of Civil War, but 48 hours after Peter fought in Civil War. So basically, Tony's gonna go drop off Peter. Tony's gonna go back to do the Civil War stuff, all the stuff we saw in Captain America Civil War, and Peter's gonna be in New York, protecting New York with his new updated suit. Then right here we have a picture of his phone. That's right. So we know he has an iPhone 3GS, or is it 3GS or 3G? He has an iPhone, a really old iPhone, and it's cracked and everything. But as you can tell, he has a map, and there's a little spider signal in between there. I'm pretty sure this is the spider tracer. As you can tell in the trailer, there was a scene where Peter's spider jumps off and it just takes off. I'm pretty sure that's the spider tracer that is implanted, and then in the phone he could check wherever the crime is, or wherever he put the spider tracer. That way he could follow them, and obviously there's a map, so we can tell from that. Now we actually have a note. It says, found super important high-level stuff, Spider-Man. So Spider-Man in the comics would always leave notes, stupid little notes, we seen in the Sam Raimi movie where he leaves courtesy from your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Right here he leaves a found super important high-level stuff, Spider-Man. Maybe he actually leaves this with Tony Stark, telling him, yo, I have found some super high-level stuff, here's a note, or I don't know, maybe something. That's why he put a little smiley face on it. He probably leaves it to Tony Stark to let him know, let him be informed that, there's something going on. Now we actually have a Spider-Man poem that apparently Peter wrote himself. If you actually read it closely, it's the Spider-Man theme song, the original Spider-Man theme song. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Yeah, that one. Basically, it's paraphrased. There's certain aspects of it where you see it where the first line says Spider-Man does whatever he can. Then he says, "Look up, here comes the Spider-Man." There's a lot of original Spider-Man Easter eggs. That's the theme song, but in his own way. And then right here we have one of the most important, I would say myself, notebooks, because it actually says the web fluid and how it actually functions. And that's a good thing, because remember earlier we were like, oh, maybe, you know, this is going to be the Spider-Man that we've always dreamed of. He's going to be smart, he's going to do everything. And then we see Tony Stark give him all this tech, and it doesn't make him look stupid, it just makes him not look as smart as he is. It's like, fuck, you know, where's the Spider-Man we wanted? He's smart, not getting stuff from Tony. And right here we actually see that maybe it's the web fluid that he made for his original vigilante suit. But then again, if you read at the top, it says version 3.01. So this is his third version of it. Maybe it's like the updated version that he's gonna make when Tony Stark leaves him. Maybe, okay, so apparently there's a rumor that Spider-Man's gonna make his own suit after Tony Stark takes it away. So not his vigilante suit, but another version of that homecoming suit, minus all the tech, I'm assuming. So maybe this is the web fluid for that new suit, which is totally cool, because now we can see actually Spider-Man doing all the smart stuff. He actually has notes written down, and I actually own that notebook too. Like, I actually own this notebook. And last but not least, we actually have a Daily Bugle. That's right. So there's a rumor back then where it said that he wasn't going to work for the Daily Bugle, and he was going to work for MTV, and J. Jonah Jameson was going to be a woman or something like that. And it was just crazy. And it made us think like, okay, there's not going to be a Daily Bugle. But now we can tell that there actually is a Daily Bugle. And then as it says, I can't really tell, but it says something tied to scandal, Peel and denied. So it really has nothing to do with, like, well, it's Daily Bugle, has something to do with Spider-Man, but the newspaper itself really doesn't bring up any Spider-Man thing. The Daily Bugle, like, actual logo looks classic. Kind of reminds me of the Sam Raimi Daily Bugle, which is totally okay, but it looks really cool. At least we're gonna get some Daily Bugle stuff. They did confirm that he wasn't gonna, like, be involved too much in the Daily Bugle. Like, he's not gonna work there or anything, but we're gonna get Easter eggs of the Daily Bugle. And that's about it, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you guys excited? Are you guys not? I'm pretty freaking pumped. And yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And remember, guys, keep on swinging.